They're out. They're gone.
They're not making them more.
They're
The
not
last
making any more
one
money.
was
What
made
day?
last Friday in
Really?
York.
I didn't know that, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
they were making them.
Well, it's because the F-150 gets better gas mileage than the Ford
All right,
Green.
get that.
Well,
Yeah,
I think the way,
I
I think
think-
the way to deal with this is the council, when we approve, if this is the next year's budget, we just start looking around and we come to the council.
Exactly, it's a whole different discussion.
Yeah.
This is gonna take quite some time.
And we may have to move quickly if John does find another super deal like he did on the dump truck. Well, obviously, we're gonna rock and roll. But if you have all the data, say, hey, here's what you can buy new, and here's what you get, and et cetera, then, we'll go from there. Okay, but that's not in here yet, because we don't have enough information to know. The next one is zeroed out. Page 13 is gone. Page 14 is, okay, real estate excise tax. That's money that's been collecting for a while. House sales, closings are moving up in the county and probably statewide. So hopefully the real estate excise tax will not dip down to less than what we have. And we'd be sitting there with $60,000 to do something with. There are a couple of things. Next year, 2012, they relaxed the uses of this fund that you can do maintenance issues and such like this. And we've got a couple of things that we bought materials under Park Impact because we had to spend the money. And we don't have the staff or money to install those. It's a security camera and some additional lights for Gateway Park. And we will be able, it looks like we'll be able to use this fund for that next year. So next Christmas, when you put Christmas lights up at the shelter, we can watch it with the security camera. And that's all planned, got the parts. It's a matter of getting the installation crew in and the startup crew. And same thing with the lights. There's not a lot of money compared to what we got, but it's there. We will, page 16 is, that's the sidewalk project. We're going on that. We're going to be watching it tightly. We had a lot of discussion with two owners of properties, and so that slowed us up and probably going to increase the engineering somewhat. But we've come to an amenable solution for everyone. And so we'll be probably January, by January, we should have a good budget, or engineering budget at least, on what it's going to take to complete the project. Last budget, we were coming in under what the grant was, so we'll see how we do the next budget. Water fund. Okay, what have we forgotten on water fund here? In 2012, the transfer out debt number 3 will largely go away. We'll probably have, what, a 1 month or 2 month payment on it, maybe 3, and then it will be replaced by an $88,000 a year approximately loan. So that will go up.
What page you on, Joe?
I'm on page 18.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Everything else is pretty straightforward. On page 19, it's got the water comp plan. And that's about the only expense there. Yeah, I don't see anything else. And what's our income? We show no income in 2012.
That's because water comp plans us. We don't have a grant for it.
But we got money that was given to us earlier, and, or did we? Oh, we just transferred it in? Okay, so we're gonna take it over previous transfers. Page 20, Oh, yeah, that's the reserve, again, that's gotta go up because it's a percentage, it's what, one payment?
Yeah, it's one thing.
So,
I won't know that until USDA
they will tell us what we have
does
to
the
do.
finishing.
Page 21, that's the emergency fund. We're not scheduling any emergencies. And I know Chuck has mentioned in the past that do we need a separate emergency fund, but that's a good thing to work on in 2012. Page 22 is the current USDA loan, and we're treating it as if it'll go all year, but it will not. It will go, I'm guessing right now, 3 months. So that'll go down, but there'll be another one to replace it. Because it will, well, the remaining loan will be absorbed into the new USDA loan. Yell at me to stop anytime you want.
So I haven't seen yet, so you said we were operating in, or the budget shows us going into red. At 23, I haven't seen yet where that occurs.
No, we're not going in the red on the budget. We're probably, I think we're, I don't think we're showing a negative ending fund balance anywhere.
Okay, so that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
So-
that's
So I
correct.
don't know that, I guess, from that respect, as long as we're coming out in the black, I'm happy for the moment.
Yeah, that's about as good as we can do, and, again, the thing that the auditor really banged on us was that we didn't monitor and revise the budget, except, in December. And, they thought we ought to do budget revisions more often, which, yeah, good idea. So, and that's what we're doing. And now, page 23 is the reservoir, and we'll get all the money and spend all the money next year, and then owe a loan. And then page 24 is recycling fees. And we're showing making a profit next year. Yeah, we're showing spending less than we take in.
And that's without making any income changes.
That's without taking any income changes, yeah. We're projecting less recycling fees than we're getting this year. So, and then let me look, oh, wait a minute, there's the over-optimism. We're budgeting $37,500 for a recycling operation this year, but only $30,000 next year. There we go. That's probably overly optimistic. But if right now we're at 32. I don't have the other stuff in front of me. So that 30,000 really ought to be higher.
What page on again, Joe?
Page 24. If you take a look, you go down here into the outgo, the contract recycling operation. We're projecting 37.5 this year.
Gotcha.
And, but we're projecting 30,000 next year. It's not gonna go down, So if we go ahead and do 37.5 for that, then that fund is in the red, which means we will have to,
But we can do the ordinance here again,
I think we changed
It's
this
just resolution.
resolution. So we need to bring the 35,000 up by at least, some amount. My brain's not functioning that well. We went up 7,500 minus 2. So we need to go at least 5,500 up. Let's see what that would be percentage-wise.
You're saying that should be 40,500?
Yeah. Which is like a 16% increase. And what is it, 395? So it goes from 3.95 times 1.16 to 3.95 times 1.16 is, it goes from $3.95 to $4.60.
and it's still better than the $8 you pay.
Yeah.
Yes, good luck. It's a benefit to the citizens.
Yeah, I pay $8 a month for two pickups a month. And you guys get every week.
Except for the winter.
Yeah.
Oh, for recycle?
For
Yeah,
recycle.
yeah, it's over.
Okay.
Mine's every other week.
So that's something else that, we see some minor changes that we need to make. And it might be more, because that, again, that doesn't leave us, that only leaves us $300, I think, ending fund balance, which is, yeah, we need to be over 3,000, so we may need a bigger increase. We'll crunch those numbers and have them ready for next month. And then the page 25 is the storm drainage. Okay. Now this is where we start out with zero fund balance. The 33,000, we estimated we'd need 44,000 a year to cover everything. Let's see what our expenses are. Yeah, 30,000. Okay. We probably need like 30,000 income to cover everything, put 33, and but we won't get money in for a month or two or three. So that's why we did the transfer in $2,000. Where is it? Yeah, halfway down you see $2,000 transferring in for a total income of 35. And so we'll have to come up with a real. Chuck's working on the ordinance. We're going to make a real simple first cut. These numbers, people who send recycle bills, take the cost divided by that number, and that's the average cost to do streets. And for stormwater, excuse me. And we still maintain the vac truck.
Now, is that realistic? Because just the way the Wheels of Justice turnaround here, it could take 3 months to get anything enacted. Of course, this is a budget we can revise monthly.
The 33,000 was based off of 800 bills that we send out a month, for $6 a month per resident, so it was just an estimate, for 3 quarters.
So, and what Chuck is saying is, we're gonna diddle with this and do an ordinance and argue over it, send it to the attorney, and the attorney will say, you got these semicolons in the wrong place.
Yeah, that's the transfer in of 3,000, is that, or 2,000?
2,000.
Yeah.
That's
That's the question, is that enough realistically, or are we just gonna Band-Aid this month to month?
With the way the streets is ending the year, we don't have enough money other than the 2,000, that's all we can realistically do, because streets will have to have enough for first quarter, or first month of payments too.
Yeah, which I could, 1, 2, 3, 6, 2 plus 4, 7, 7, 8.
So most of this effort is late summer, early autumn, anyway.
Yeah, the vac truck is late. Yeah, but the salaries run about $1,428 a month. So we've got enough starting to pay January salaries, so we're cool on that. And the rest of it, we're not gonna get the professional services till late in the year. Question is, John, does sweeping the streets, is that stormwater, is that streets? Like, because the leaves plug up the.
I think it'd be split.
Okay, because we got the vac truck in there twice, it looks like. No, we got the vac truck in there once, I'm sorry. So, okay, that's probably realistic then, because you gotta have some repair and maintenance on the street sweeper. So, we've got enough money to last through January. Sometime in January, we may have to find enough money to last through February, March. And so Chuck, I think correctly, it was our options. going back through here, we have to amend recycle, because realistically, that would be in the red. And what else are we going to amend? The water, I'm not gonna worry about, because we'll work that out. By February, probably. Oh, let me throw one monkey wrench in back for 2011. We got a bill from the county for fire inspections of a fire that happened in Gilmore a while back. I don't think we have it in 2011 budget. What was it, $500 or something? And that's something that we're on the hook for. And we'll have to think about where that goes into what category. Did you come up with one? Okay.
If general fund.
Yeah, general fund somewhere, okay. So anyway, that's really about it. I think we've got everything covered as well as we can, and we need to work on recycle. And then we got, Chuck's gonna come up with a proposed ordinance, and then we'll work up some plan for funding starting. You're smiling.
Yes,
If
I
you
am.
guys are getting done early?
Huh?
Okay, there's no approvals tonight. What's our sequence now? We have a second reading and approval of the 2011 budget next Tuesday.
We have a final public hearing on the 2012 budget, and first reading of the ordinance. And then Thursday, we have second reading of the 2012 ordinance.
Thursday meeting will be short. We come in, read ordinance, accept it, and go home. Thursday,
the 29th.
29th.
So the numbers that are in this 2012, you guys went through this last week, correct?
Yeah, and the yellow stuff is what we changed from last week. And then we'll make one more change to recycle. That's about it.
Well, this whole stormwater drainage is new for this week, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's correct. I'm sorry.
Well, except the fees are just shuffled. I mean, we had those
Yeah.
costs in there,
Yeah.
but they were at different places
They
in the
were,
bookshop.
basically, I copied it from the street fund and put it into its own fund.
That highlighted section you see on the street fund, that was copied, pasted, and zeroed out there. Okay, I think we've covered everything that we need to cover tonight, and we got two more, short meetings coming up. And then we can
Meeting
just,
Tuesday.
next
Tuesday and
Tuesday and next
Thursday.
Thursday. And we will keep them hopefully brief. Any commentary from the council? Okay, then it's time for citizen comments. Any citizen comments? Once, twice?
Actually, I changed my mind since Sherry's here. I just wanted to say,
We can't hear you. In the remarks that I made earlier about the wonderful tree lighting ceremony, I failed to mention how wonderful Mr. and Mrs. Claus were.
oh, yes.
Mrs. Claus did an outstanding job. I heard compliments about Mrs. Claus.
Okay, well, if we're telling stories, I'm gonna tell my story. You shouldn't brought it back up. One thing I saw at the tree lighting was a fantastic example of good parenting. I had the grandkids here, so we took them to the playground, took them to the playground, started doing the merry-go-round. A couple of kids, I was spinning. Well, some young father came up with his kids were on there, they hopped on, he started spinning. Of course, you know, he being 32 years old, he spun a lot faster than I did. So I ended up watching, and it was real interesting watching. He was really good. There was like 12 kids on there after a while. I think maybe two, maybe three of them was his. And he was saying, two hands, no, we're not gonna spin, everybody has two hands on, he's put two hands on, put the cookie in your pocket, because, and hold on with two hands, because, you know, you could get hurt, you know, and then his wife is down there watching, stop, Jimmy's got his legs out, and Jimmy, you gotta put your legs in, this way, and it was a fantastic operation. There was never any contentiousness. It was always, here's why you need to do this, here's why, and I was just really happy to see that. So I stood back and just enjoyed it. So, just again, and again, just a wonderful example of what small towns can do. Shut up now.
Well, my observation was, we should have taken a good photo of Mr. and Mrs. Claus and sent them to Hallmark. That was absolutely the most traditional Santa and Mrs. Claus I believe I've ever seen, and I've been going there for damn near 70 years.
They were great.
All right, well, we've had no citizen comments, and is the council done commenting? And then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, with a second.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you very much. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Let's go home. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep things volunteering. I think my wife was right. I care about transportation, I care about education.
No problem. I don't mind it at all. Enjoy it.